So, hello, welcome back to Supernova Labs. Don't know whether you can hear in the background, got some space celestial banjo going on. And a coffee in hand, because I don't know what I want to speak about today. So I'm just going to vibe it out. I think yesterday I was speaking about things moving in the right direction and was full of life about the future and pulling everything together and man, the universe, man. It'll raise you up and then it'll kick you in the nuts. Oh man. You know, I think about the sacrifices I've had to make to build all this up around me, and the missed events with friends, and the time that I should have spent with people that I loved. Whether they'd still be around now, or them getting married now, and I'm here wondering how I'm going to be able to afford to travel to weddings, and it's not a life. It's not a life. That's why I wanted to put a month of just solid effort towards this, just to really just prove to myself that if nothing comes of it, then it's time to move on. There's only so long you can chase after something after everybody around you has realised that dream is dead. I've put just everything that I had into it. Like in London, I was sleeping on the floor of the office to keep the business alive, and in Europe, when I was travelling, I was literally starving. I had to sleep on an abandoned boat one time. That was fucking terrifying. Because I've always tried to like push myself, like just go beyond my limits and put myself in situations where, yeah, I mean, it might not be safe, and yeah, I might be insane going beyond limits where other people would have stopped. But I've always believed it's like a muscle, right? You put it beyond its limit and you grow through it. I just don't think I really appreciated the damage you pick up over those years, though. And a lot of trauma that I picked up as well. I've worked through it now. I think I'm fairly comfortable with what I've done, where I am, and where I've got to. I wish I'd have got further. And I wish there were more people around me still, but cost of going on a quest, isn't it? You've got to leave your home, leave everything you know, and venture out beyond the boundaries of civilization and society to go and find something new. And hopefully I brought something back that people will be able to look back on and say, look, at this one moment in time, this guy got it. I just don't want to be one of these guys where people only realise the value of what I've done after I'm dead. But there's a long life still, so I don't know, perhaps if I move on and do something else for a little bit, all the artifacts and little breadcrumbs that I've left along the trail will ultimately lead this back to me. Because I think this is where the road ends. At least for me. I'm sure other people somewhere have been picking up on everything I've been doing and integrating it into what they are doing. Don't worry, I have been aware of you the whole time. I think people think I'm some kind of idiot. But mate, you've been working for me. Do you not realise? Oh man. You see, now for those that deal with these kind of people that they don't give you any credit, just take your work, integrate it into what they're doing, and look dumbfounded when you come to them asking them questions about oh, how did you get that? How did you come across these ideas? The best thing to do is to give them what they want. But only the things that you can't afford to work on yet. Because they'll do all the hard work for you. And it opens up all your time to work on stuff that can impact you today. And if you can build up the capital doing the stuff that you know you can make money from today, by the time they're finished working on it, it'll be ready to buy. And I only recommend doing this with people that are like, I don't know, like they're not playing in good faith, right? It's one of those things, like there's a lot of people out there that don't like dealing in good faith, and they'll make agreements and they'll put something back under the hand, and it's like, oh, there's other people involved now that you don't, that just happen to be deriving value from the conversations you're having. Just give them the stuff you can't work on yet. It's one of those things, like taking a bad situation, making it work for you, right? I did hope it would all be ready and I could pull it all together. I just feel like it's so close. You know that scene in Inception where they're just coming out of the dream, and it's like, damn, you nearly got it. It's so close. before diving back and helping him along the journey and getting there in the end. Kind of feel like that's where I am right now. It's like all these bits. There are companies 3D printing at scale. There's Dream Chaser that's building the airframe. There's rocket racing leagues and drone racing leagues, and it's all just so close to being there. Oh man. It's like 90% there. It's just going to take somebody with the capital. Like, I was having a conversation with a mentor earlier today who gave me a chance when I was first starting out. I had all these plans laid out for Fab Labs and like building the next generation of manufacturing hubs and all this kind of thing. I came down to London and he trained me how to be a lab manager. With Barclays and so. But yeah, like we have conversations like semi regularly over. I'll send in my pitches and ask for advice about how to engage with the industry, because he comes from that world of like high net worth individuals, and I mean it's just an anathema to me at this point. I've been involved with it. I mean I've met people and dealt with people that have taken me travelling, have gone for sushi, I've met these billionaires, but I've just never seen myself as part of it. I think that's why I was never able to engage with it, because it's just, you get there and for all the money in the world they have, they're not happy. I don't know why. I mean, that's their problem to deal with. Don't want to take on other people's problems, I think. But yeah, I think me and my mentor, we agreed that for this project to work, for building space planes and rocket racing leagues and building engines at scale and getting the average person to space, there's no body or agency or fund that has the will or the investment horizon or the passion really to make it work. And it would rely on somebody that is like an ultra high net worth individual that believes in what I'm doing to sponsor its development. How ironic that we're back in the eras of needing, well, of high net worth individuals supporting artists as part of that. They used to do this like during the eras of the Medicis with Leonardo da Vinci and all this. We just live in a different era to the one I grew up in now. Like when I was growing up, I mean, it's the same old story, right? Millennials plus. Like you were told that if you go down a specific route, you get degrees, you do the work, it'll all come to you. And the reality has been that that vision that the boomers had for us just was completely undermined by people that game the system, like ultimately set up the rules and game the system so that the money flows to the top, and it's flowing to the top faster and faster. It's not slowing down. So, like it or not, we live in an age of regency. And where businesses might have found more, like what I'm doing, might have found more fertile ground in previous ages, yeah, I'm ultimately beholden to the whims of the rich and the powerful. I think this is something they don't understand. That while they get to live out their dreams with all the wealth in the world, it comes at the cost of the vision and the dreams of everyday people. And that in service of that, everyone other than them loses out. So what now? Could do freelance XR development. I can build web apps. I can be a developer. Join the blue collar class of our age. That's so no, it's not humble, but it's honest. It's honest work. In a way, I kind of fear letting this go, because when you build up your whole identity around a business or something you've been doing as long as you can remember, I know people say that it's like, oh, you shouldn't tie your self-worth to a business, it needs to just be like drop shipping on Etsy, something you can just put down and it's okay to let it go. But where's the joy in that? To build something that is so uniquely you, even if it never reaches the lofty heights of best in class development. It had value to me. It had value to me. I needed it. say that if you're running a business, if you're not using what you build, then you've got no chance. And I guess I've been building for a market of one. Ah, bloody hell. What are we gonna do? I thought I'd be coming out this week with cash in hand, ready to go. Let's build space planes. Let's go build spacesuits. Let's bring it all to life. Maybe I was a fool for thinking that I'd ever fit in anywhere like this. Just too out there. Too much of a loose cannon. Yeah, people say things, but people don't forget. You know, Spencer I was speaking to earlier was asking what my vision for the whole thing was. And it's, oh man, you get to a point where it's like, what have I not done? What have I not done to communicate this? What have I done wrong? But if I had to, again, I guess it depends where we want the story to go. Is the planet going to die out in a whimper as the world overheats and we bury ourselves underground and live like normal people? Or are we going to colonise the galaxy? Maybe not colonise, settle the galaxy. Let's leave the worst of the past in the past. We can get to the moon so easily now. I think we make it into this really hard thing. It is still hard, but it's nowhere near as hard as it was when nobody knew how to do it. So just go. Just go. There's nothing stopping you. I mean, people get wrapped up in the politics and the finance and the businesses and all the fucking crap we put on top of this. And the reality is we've got the technology, just go. Just go. We can make it safe, just go. I think we need it. People need to see that the future can be better than the past. And that means we need to get at least back to where we were in the 1970s. For all the world in the world, we can talk about space planes and can talk about living and working in space, but if people don't believe they can do it, then I want to hide into nothing. You know, there's a really good anime I watched a long time ago called Planetes. The Greek for wanderers, like it's all about the stars in the sky. And it's all about the 2070s, and Japan has like taken the lead in space exploration. They collect space junk, and it's all about space junkers and the life of like the bottom end of the ladder, like being on a space station up there, collecting junk for a living, and like all the different like things that come alongside that. There's this really like weird romantic subplot that's just like you can get rid of that. But the world that they built, it's fairly hard sci-fi for what it is. And they're all millionaires. Water costs a lot, costs like $1,000 a litre on orbit, so a millionaire relative to the cost of living up there isn't really a millionaire. But it's an honourable profession, and people living on Earth just treat you like heroes. I want to build that. I want to be a space cowboy. I want to live out my life in Cowboy Bebop, travelling from orbital casinos out to the outer reaches of asteroid mines and catch bandits. In my own spacecraft. And just live and work catching bounties. It's kind of dumb when I say it like that, but I just see it so clearly. I feel like a man out of time. In both a metaphorical sense and a literal sense. Because I have officially run out of road. So either a takeoff or a turn off. And for all of the evidence that I've gathered over the past month, it might be time to turn off. Final commitment for takeoff in 3 days. So I'll make a choice then. I'm sorry for the negative vibe of this video, I'm just feeling a little bit... I think this is one thing people don't realise. It's raining all the time in Manchester, holy shit. It's why we get so much done, because we're just inside all the time because it's raining. I grew up in the sun. Grew up swimming in blue seas and climbing sand dunes in the deserts of Dubai. It's a world away. I'm a world away from there now. And there's a part of me that's always wanted to go back. Or at least go somewhere sunny again. I've been saying that I might just sell all my stuff and catch a flight somewhere where the sun doesn't set. Catch up on my son. The way life goes on, doesn't it? Sometimes people think they've got you trapped. You're in a hole, but I don't think there's anybody there that they could have caught. I'm gonna dig myself out with a smile on my face. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you do one thing today towards your self-care and treat yourself with kindness. Drink plenty of water. Eat something. And get plenty of rest. Because the future's coming whether we like it or not. Let's see what happens.